Keep rising. So the second game is called Hot Seats, and it's probably like my favorite game. And the reason it's called Hot Seat is because one person will come up in the hot seat, and hot seat can be where you're sitting now, or it can be up at the front of the room. And the reason why the seat gets hot is because anyone in the room can ask the person in the hot seat any question on any topic at any level of intensity. And the person asking the question has a superpower, and their superpower is the phrase, "thank you." So if you ask the person on the hot seat a question and you get enough of their answer, you say thank you, and the person on the hot seat will stop talking mid-sentence, mid-word, mid-syllable. So if I was starting about my shoes and where I got them, and then I ran into my mom at the mall, and blah blah blah, and you would say thank you, and I stopped talking. So sometimes that's the kindest thing you can do for someone, is to keep them from just rambling on, because really the nugget of what their answer was right there. So we also ask that when you're asking questions of the person on the hot seat, that you ask interesting questions as opposed to interested questions. So an interesting question keeps the focus of the room on the person on the hot seat. So rather than saying, I went to JU for college, where did you go? You just say, where'd you go to college? Right, so you want to keep the focus there. Another reason why the seat gets hot is that most people have never had that level of intense focus and attention put on them by people, and it's a very turn-on experience. So that's another reason why it makes the seat hot. So I think those are the rules. They're pretty simple. So who wants to be on the hot seat?
Okay, so that means I'm receiving the questions?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will ask, everybody who raises their hand if they want to ask a question, and I'll ask some questions too. So you raise your hand if you want to ask a question, I'll call on you, and then when you get an answer, you say thank you. If you want to ask another question, you can ask a follow-up question. So the other thing to remember is that you want to follow the thread. So if she just reveals something about her mother, your next question shouldn't be like, where do your kids go to school or something like that. You should keep it going on that progressive arc of the topic. So.
Why do you think you have a jealous